Hi, it's me again, and it's letter time. It's letter time. I got a brown one with "Will you be in" on the 7th of May. Now, I don't know where I was on the 7th of May, but what I do know is it's July now. So, yeah, I was slacking a bit back then, wasn't I? Let's crack this open and have a look at it, because if I've got this, someone else has definitely got this, and they might be a bit worried about the contents, because you could get one saying, "Will you be in" on the 20th of July or something. Do you know what I mean? We'll go through it. I'll let you know everything you need to know. And if you are worried about it, I'll try and set your mind at ease. Right, let me just crack this open. Well, it looks pretty standard to me. Let me throw it on the screen. We've got the enforcement visit approved stamp, which always makes me laugh. We've got Scott Robson, regional manager of enforcement, who seems to be on all the letters, no matter where you are, really. No, I don't think Scott Robson's a real person. I don't think he is. But anyway, let's cut to the meat of it. Will you be in on the 7th of May? I'm not sure if that sounds threatening or not. They've done it blue. I bet in the first draft of this, that was written in red. I bet it was. And they went, change it to blue because it sounds a bit threatening. As there is no record of a TV licence at your address, you should expect a visit from an enforcement officer. There is no record of a TV licence at my address because I legally do not require one. I don't watch or record anything as it's being broadcast. And I do not access BBC iPlayer for any reason whatsoever. Therefore, legally, under your own rules, I don't require a television licence fee. So why do you assume that I do? And I should expect a visit from an enforcement officer. If you're new here, don't be scared by them calling them enforcement officers. They're door-to-door salesmen. They're an enforcement officer the way that I'm a senior lager inspection officer in my local Wetherspoons. They're nothing. It's meaningless. It's a meaningless title. They're door-to-door salesmen. They earn commission trying to sell you something. Don't be scared by that. And why should I expect a visit anyway when I'm doing nothing wrong? They have no idea. This is addressed to the legal occupier. They don't know if anyone's in here. If they do know anyone lives here, they don't know who it is. And yet they're still assuming that whoever's opened this letter is doing something wrong and deserves a visit from an enforcement officer. I'm doing nothing wrong. Nothing. So why are you going to send one of your enforcement officers round? Go away. It may be on the 7th of May or another day. You could be prosecuted. That's a threat. That's a threat, isn't it? We could send someone round anytime we want. Why would you say you'd be in on the 7th of May and then go, it could be on the 7th of May, or it could be on another. I could win the lottery today, or it could be another day. It means it's an empty threat. They're trying to scare you into paying for something you might not need. How can they get away with that? How can they put in the window of this envelope, "Will you be in on the 7th of May?" and then on literally the second line of the letter, third line, it may be on the 7th of May or another day. So why write it then? Who writes these letters? Who? You could be prosecuted if you're caught watching, recording or downloading TV programmes illegally on live TV or BBC iPlayer. You may have to pay a fine of up to £1,000 plus any legal costs and or compensation. Let's break that down, shall we? So you could be prosecuted if you're caught watching, recording, blah, blah, blah. How are you going to catch me? How are you going to catch me? You're not a SWAT team. You're not really enforcement officers. You're door-to-door. So you might pretend, and they do like to pretend, that they're like police, bailiffs, whatever. We all know they're not. Everyone watching this, pretty much, unless you're new here, knows they're nobodies. How can you be caught? There is one way and one way only, and it's not detective hands. It is by talking to one of their door-to-door salesmen when they knock on your door. Some of them are quite good at their job. They know if they just keep you talking, you'll say enough to drop yourself in it. And then they can issue court proceedings and sell you a licence, or both. And then they get double the commission if they do both on your doorstep. If you open a door and they go, "Hello, I'm from TV licensing." "No thanks, mate." And you just shut the door, they go away. So how are they going to find out what you're doing in your home? Now, you shouldn't be watching stuff you shouldn't be watching without a television licence. Don't get me wrong. But how would they know? One way, and that's you telling them. So if you don't tell them anything, you shut the door in their face. They can't put the foot in the door. They can't keep knocking because that's harassment. They've got no powers to do anything. So how could they possibly know you're doing something wrong in your property? They can't. This is a threat to try and get you to pay for something you may not need, because it's the only sales tactic they've got. They can't sell you on the TV license based on the excellent output of the BBC, because there isn't any. No, they have to scare you into paying for it. So next it said you may have to pay a fine of up to £1,000 plus any legal costs. Okay, the maximum fine is £1,000. The average fine, I've never heard of the grand being given out, but the average fine is about 150, 160 quid. How could you get the fine? By talking to them and dropping yourself in it. Do not talk to them. There is no fine, there's no prosecution, there's no scary tactics, and these letters turn into toilet paper very quickly. We visit around 5,000 addresses a day. I can't back that up. They claim it. They claim a lot of things. But I can't do an FOI request to find that information out, because TV licensing is a private entity. It's capita stuff. And they're not subject to answering FOI requests. Funny that. So they could write anything in there they want. We can't prove otherwise. It probably sounds about right, maybe, because sales is a numbers game, isn't it? If you were going door to door selling pegs, how many houses would you have to knock on a day in order to get a sale of your pegs? I would imagine it would be a few, and that's the same for TV licence officers. They'll go to a place, they've got a list of unlicensed homes, and they'll just knock on all the doors. Most of them won't be in, some of them will be video doorbell saying we're not in, or telling them to F off. It's a numbers game. They want that one person. And remember, 3/4 of the prosecutions for this are women. Why? One, they're more likely to be home during the day. Two, probably more likely to fall for the intimidation tactics of these terrible door-to-door salesman enforcement officer goons. If one knocks on your door, don't be afraid to open your door. If you can shout through, go, who are you, TV licensing, F off. Or no thanks, sorry, I mean be polite, no thanks. Or you got a video doorbell and you can tell them you're polite, no thanks. Do that. But if you do open the door, hello, who are you? I'm from TV licensing. Don't be scared. No thanks, mate. Shut that door. Done. Our officers visit an address every 10 seconds, day, evening, even weekends. And if no one answers, they can come back. It's a threat. That is a threat, isn't it? Pay up. Pay up, or we can send the boys round any time we want and as many times as we want. We can do whatever we want. We're TV. No, you can't. Yes, you can, but if you keep coming back and back and back and back, that's harassment. Can't do that. And let's face it, sales is a numbers game, as we said. Right? If you're knocking on the same door, getting the same, you're going to stop knocking on a door. It's taking up some of your day. So they may come back. If you give it the old no thanks, mate, and they toddle off with a towel between their legs, yeah, it's possible they might come back. But if it happens again, they're going to keep coming back. Are they? Would you waste your time if you was in sales? If you was in door-to-door sales and someone kept slamming the door in your face at that same address, would you keep going back to that address? When there's loads of other addresses you could be trying your luck on. I don't know how they can word that like a threat. Day, evening, even weekends. So what? I don't care when you reckon you can come round. Come round and I will say no thank you and close the door in your face every day, every evening and every weekend if you like. And you know what? Film it. Film it on your phone, send it to me. I'll show it on here because they'll soon stop knocking at your door when their face is plastered all over the internet because they hate it when I put those videos up on here. And I have got one I'm working on. People give me grief about it. I'm going to do it. It's going to happen. I've got some new goons to put up. Anyway, let's continue. Stop a visit before it's too late. Too late for what? Too late for what? You can buy a TV licence, right? That would stop a visit, granted. Or move an existing licence. I haven't got one of those. Or you could tell us you don't need one, right? Telling them you don't need one will not stop a visit. It will not. This letter is addressed to the legal occupier. They don't know who I am, right? Now, I can fill that form out with fake details and fake email, whatever, right? But most people wouldn't. Most people will put their correct details because most people are good people. That's just what people are like, right? Mostly. So you fill that in. Now they know who you are. They know you're at that address and they know that you're willing to have a chat. I've only ever had 2 visits. That's it. In the 10 years I've been doing this, I've only ever had 2 visits. Both of them came a week after telling them I don't need a television license. Now, coincidence? Possibly. But you are now legal. They don't know anyone's in this flat. As far as they're concerned, this flat I'm sitting in now is completely empty. They don't know. But if I was to fill out the form, they know someone's in here and they know we're willing to communicate. That will increase your chances of getting a visit. And when they'll come round and this is why I'm to my one. Oh, we noticed that you've told us you don't need a television license. Can I just ask what you watched? They come with a different demeanour. They come friendly. Just need to check these boxes off on a thing and I'll be on my way, is what they say. It lures you into a false sense of security where you may say something incorrect or something silly, drop yourself in it. Now you're getting a court date, now you're getting a fine, and you've still got to buy the TV license. Do not talk to these people and do not tell them you don't need a license. If you pay by direct debit, you may need to phone up because you might be due a refund. You tend to pay a bit in advance. If you're not doing that, just cancel your direct debit. Ignore them, blank them. If you move to a new property, do not tell them anything. Do not fill their forms out. Do not tell them you live there. Just blank them. Blank them. For help with any of the above, you can call or turn over for more information. Let's turn over for more information. Oh, there isn't really much information on the back at all. It's not their longest letter, and it's not their most threatening, granted. But how they're getting away with writing these, it's astounding, right? I don't know how to get away with writing them. I really, really do not. If you've had this one, I'll quick summarize, because I've probably gone off on a bit of a tangent. I'll summarise it quickly for you. They don't know anything. They don't know what you're doing in your property. Don't watch or record anything as it's being broadcast. Don't access BBC iPlayer, and don't talk to these people at all. Don't tell them you don't need a licence. If one of them happens to come round, which is possible, I'm not saying you're never going to get a visit, it's possible. No thank you, shut the door. That's it. End of story. There's no investigation. They won't keep coming back and back and back every day pestering you, because that's harassment. Film them on your phone if you want, just for your own security, so you can be sure, because some people have said no thank you, sign their form, and then we don't know what the goon is writing on that stuff after the fact, okay? Or what he's saying he heard from you after the fact. So if you film it on your phone, you've got a backup for your own security. And you can send it to me. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. While you're down there leaving your comment, hit all the buttons and everything, because if you do all of that, hopefully I will get to see you in another video again soon. Ta-da.